Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and today for the first time this season we're coming to you from Opaloosid City with the Emperors, who are having a terrible start to their season, are hosting the 4-Tree Tempest, and there are a lot of flying and dragon types on both of these sides. Will they be going head to head? We will find out. I cannot wait. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win, and let's send it down. Now the 4-Tree Tempests are actually coming in 4th place. They're in an elite 4 position as they start out with Talonflame and Decidueye, and it'll be Gyarados and Altaria starting out for the Opaloosid Emperors. Now Decidueye has been having a fantastic season so far for the 4-Tree Tempests, and it's going to want to look to continue that here today as Gyarados immediately terrestrializes into a Dragon type. We'll see if it can capitalize on what will still be a stab water type advantage over Talonflame, who is on the field at the moment. And also Decidueye is going to terrestrialize into its flying type. It sheds that part fighting, part grass type that it regularly has, as every Pokemon side in the PokeType League does have a terrestrializing Pokemon, but a Dragon Breath immediately from Talonflame is super effective on the Altaria, and it's left it paralyzed. This is immediately going to slow Altaria down, and we get a beat up from Gyarados onto Talonflame. This hits for every Pokemon that is remaining on the side of the Opaloosid Emperors, and they currently have 6 Pokemon on their side, but it only hits 5 times. I wonder if that is because Altaria was unable to move, as Decidueye shares its guard with Altaria, and Altaria is unable to move because it is paralyzed. That is a fantastic outcome for the 4-Tree Tempest, as a Shadow Force is being set up in this turn by Talonflame. It vanishes from the field instantly. Gyarados going for the Encore, but it does fail, unfortunately, for the Emperors. Decidueye, though, capitalizing, going with the Dark Pulse onto Altaria. Looks like they're trying to get Altaria off the field first, who again is unable to move because of that paralysis, and a Shadow Force will be completed, except it goes for Gyarados, does Talonflame, and gets the critical hit as well. A fantastic hit as the Poltergeist from Gyarados is about to attack Decidueye with its Leopard Berry, and a fantastic hit onto Decidueye there, who responds with the echoed voice onto Gyarados that does very minimal damage, as Altaria finally goes for an outrage onto Decidueye, and Decidueye is eliminated by Altaria, finally able to shake off that paralysis, and a fantastic elimination for the Emperors as Kilowattrel comes out for the 4-Tree Tempest. A light screen now being set up by Talonflame, making its side stronger against special moves. Kilowattrel following it up with the Rain Dance. This will actually make a Thunder hit the flying type, so probably won't hit Kilowattrel for much damage, but the Draco Meteor from Gyarados will hit Kilowattrel. A really good hit there on the part electric type Pokemon, as that lowers the special attack of Gyarados, and yet again Altaria unable to move because of that paralysis, and now the Gust being hit on Altaria by Talonflame. Kilowattrel follows it up with the Inferno onto Gyarados. Not very effective, but the Dragon types are an easy elimination on both parts now, and Gyarados also been left with the Burn as it responds with a Blast Burn onto Kilowattrel, which Kilowattrel's able to tank here, and Altaria unable to move because of its paralysis yet again, and Gyarados feeling the effects of that Burn, chipping away at it. It's surely going to be eliminated as soon as Talonflame with the Shadow Punch onto Altaria gets the first elimination for the Tempest. A fantastic hit there. Kilowattrel follows it up with the Ice Beam to complete the huge play for the flying types, taking out both opposing Pokemon in the same turn, and it was super effective because Gyarados had become a Dragon type, and here comes the Dragon of Dragons, Dragonite, as well as Dragalge coming out by its side. A haze being set up by Talonflame, who still has the speed advantage on the field, eliminating all stat changes. Kilowattrel following it up with a Yawn, which will put Dragalge to sleep very soon. It should be able to get 1 move off, if not 2. And a power split now from Dragonite, sharing its power with Kilowattrel. I don't know if that actually favors Dragonite here, but a Mach Punch from Dragalge doing very little damage with that not very effective hit onto Talonflame, and the Flame Body is activated. Dragalge has been burned. The status conditions coming into play here for the flying types, a huge advantage for them with those as Talonflame. It goes for the self-destruct, And Talonflame takes itself out of this matchup, but it takes out Killer Watchel as well. And just like that, the Opelucid Emperors are back in front. The Burning Jealousy from Dragonite does fail. There's no one to hit. And Dragalge with the Icy Wind also having no one to hit. Good thing neither of them went for an explosion or a self-destruct, but that rain has stopped on the field, and Dragalge, feeling the effects of that burn, it will not fall asleep now because it's already got a status condition and the light screen wears off. But it's Salamence coming out, and it is joined by Iron Jugulis. We have two pseudo legendaries on the field, and Salamance's Intimidate will lower the attack of its opposing dragons. Iron Jugulis going for the Night Days onto Dragalge, gets the elimination and immediately ties things back up for the Tempest. Salamence follows it up, setting up with the Phantom Force. So now it's going to vanish from the field instantly. And Dragonite goes for the Twister, which Salamence will be able to avoid, but Iron Jugulis does take damage from that hit. And out comes Appletun for the Opelucid Emperors. And a Toxic now from Iron Jugulis onto Dragonite. 4 Pokemon so far for the Opelucid Emperors have suffered the effects of status conditions, as that Phantom Force gets a great hit there onto Dragonite, does Salamence. And Dragonite responding with the Fury Cutter, which is not very effective, doing very little damage to Salamence, as a Calm Mind is performed by Appletun, so it is going to boost its special stats here. Appletun actually having that 100 base special attack, as well as that Poisoning does do damage to Dragonite. And Iron Jugulis going for the withdraw, so it's going to boost its defenses here instead of continuing on the offensive, as the Tempest were building momentum. Salamence also going for the mean look, still concentrating on Dragonite here, so Dragonite can no longer escape. But Dragonite does go for the parting shot, so it will actually get itself back to the bench. But before it does all of the attack and special attack of Salamence, and it has a huge 135 base attack, which is only 1 point higher than Dragonite's. And out comes Tatsugiri as the last Pokemon for the Opelucid Emperors. Dragonite is still in this matchup though, as Iron Jugulis with the attack order, which will be super effective onto Appletun, gets a great hit there. Salamence looking to follow it up, goes with the Blaze Kick here onto Appletun, not doing as much damage. But Tatsugiri going with the Iron Head onto Salamence, who is able to tank that hit. Appletun follows it up though with the Psychic onto Iron Jugulis, which won't be very effective. And Iron Jugulis now with the Power Trip onto Tatsugiri, not doing a great deal of damage there. Salamence though with the Frenzy Plant going for Appletun, who heavily tanks that hit with that not very effective move. Shadow Punch onto Salamence from Tatsugiri. Everybody's keeping on the offensive at the moment, as a Blizzard is performed by Appletun, and it eliminates Salamence. Iron Jugulis is able to hold on, but that super effective move takes out the pseudo legendary. Now out comes Braviary as Iron Jugulis with the parting shot. It won't go back to the bench because there's no one to take its place, but it will lower that attack and special attack of Tatsugiri. I still cannot believe that Appletun got that huge elimination, as the Frost Breath from Tatsugiri is avoided by Iron Jugulis. Surely would have gotten the elimination. And Braviary with the Mortal Spin, super effective on Appletun, but Appletun is able to hold on. And a Stun Spore now from Appletun onto Iron Jugulis will leave it paralyzed, finally getting a status condition on the 4-Tree Tempest. Tatsugiri though with the Muddy Water here does eliminate Iron Jugulis from this match. Braviary all by itself with the Fire Spin onto Appletun won't do much damage, but being trapped in that Fiery Vortex will surely eliminate Appletun, who first goes for the Esper Wing, gets a really good hit there onto Braviary as well, boosting its speed. But that Fiery Vortex will finish off Appletun, taking it out of this matchup. Braviary having 2 Dragon types to deal with as Dragonite comes back out onto that field. Tatsugiri though with the Frost Breath onto Braviary, and Braviary is eliminated with that super effective hit, critical hit in fact, may not have been necessary, but it gets the job done, and the Opelucid Emperors get a huge victory, considering this is only their 2nd win of the season. They definitely need this, and they need the momentum, because next round, even though they're now in 11th, they will be taking on the undefeated Hearthome Spectres, and I cannot wait for that matchup. Unfortunately for the 4-Tree Tempest, they have lost, but they do stay in an Elite 4 position, and next round they will be going up against 3rd place Cortondo Duskmasters, which will also be fantastic. But until then, Nidorinas, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.